baby.
Welcome back, guys, to the Andrei Delic Podcast. I'm your host, Andrei Delic. Today, guys, we have a big fucking guest in the building, DJ Paul LeBlanc. I'm so hyped to have you on, man. Thanks for being on.
For sure.
He's a busy guy. I'm a busy guy. So we've been talking for like weeks now, trying to get a schedule. Months, maybe even. Yeah, I remember at the beginning of the summer, I was like, yo, I really have to get this guy on. Yeah. I saw you at Jeudi at Festival Parasol. Shit was sick, man. I really love it. And now he's finally here, man. I'm so stoked, man. You're looking fresh, bro.
Thank you.
Looking fresh. Want to shout out
Big shout out Mel Stylist. If you want to look good, check her out. She's just launching her website, but Mel Stylist on Instagram. Your look is everything. It's your first impression to the world, so check her out. Especially
if you're like in front of the camera or out there or whatever. It's important, guys. Okay, so guys, before I get into all the DJing, all your ventures or all your businesses, I'm a big soccer fan.
Yeah.
All my fans who watch my podcast, they know I talk a lot about soccer. That's why I have a soccer jersey on. There's a really, really important question I want to ask you, DJ Paul LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Really fucking important. Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi?
It's such a good question. It's like Mario Lemieux versus Gretzky. Just gonna say Messi. Yeah.
I know I have this Portuguese jersey on, but I'm a big Messi fanboy. Yeah. And I put this jersey, but Messi's my guy, bro. I'm happy you're a Messi guy. Now, the podcast is gonna start off on a good foot right now.
There you go.
Okay, so I want to start off with, can you talk to me about your background? So how did it all start? How did DJ Paul LeBlanc start? Like your schooling, your education, all of that.
Very musical family. Yeah. So I started taking piano lessons at 10 years old. Took piano lessons for 5 years and really kind of set the foundation for my music career. My parents both played musical instruments. We had a drum kit at home, a piano at home. And then, my grandma, my mom's mom is really into music. She still performs to this day with her choir and stuff. And then my dad's parents were performers. They performed in like cocktail jazz lounge, and she would sing and he would play keyboard. So, have photos of me when I was like 2 years old, like always reaching for the piano, trying to make some noise. And,
it was in your blood.
Yeah, I see it in my son already. So like, it was, that was the beginning. So the piano lessons really set the foundation for my music career. And
so the LeBlanc family is a really musical family.
Yeah.
It started off with your parents, now even your son. How old is your son? You said 3.5, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be like you, bro.
He's bud.
So when and how did you get your first DJing gig? So you talked about starting with piano and all of that, but now with DJing.
Okay, so I was working in the government as a student, and actually, so this was the trigger. I was at a bus stop after soccer practice. Okay. My buddy passes me his earphone back in the day when we would had one earphone in each.
Oh yeah, and it's like,
and he shows me this Benny Benassi song called Satisfaction, and I was like, what is this? It was like the chemistry in my brain changed forever when I heard techno. So I was like, I was about 16 years old, and as soon as I heard that, I was like, well, that's crazy. And then another moment, I remember I was on my way to a golf tournament with my buddy, and my buddy started playing hip hop, like a Biggie track. And I was like, what is this? Like, I really liked the energy of like the electronic, like the big hitting bass. So then I really started getting into DJ type music. And then when I was working my day job as a student at the government, all I did was like listen to DJ music while I was working. And then all of a sudden I stumbled upon this video called Leave the World Behind by Swedish House Mafia. Legendary track. People who follow DJ music really know. And I was really inspired by the music video, and I was like, I want to be a DJ. I got to be a DJ. At that time, I was performing. I was doing some piano, singing at like, coffee house, talent shows, stuff like that. And it was tricky. It was difficult. You're really putting yourself out there when you're singing, using your own voice. And I was like, I feel like I would be a good DJ. So I did my research. I bought a controller, Newmark NS7, really awesome controller with a DJ board.
Yeah.
And I brought it home, practiced for a week. And then I was at the time where I was kind of hosting house parties. I hosted a house party, borrowed my buddy's laptop, big shout out Simon. And because my laptop was always crashing when it was like a crappy Dell computer, whatever. So I was practicing for a week. At that house party, my buddies brought in some speakers who were musicians. And then at that house party, my first ever time DJing for people, some guy was like, hey, you want to DJ our after prom? Or like, no, he was like, hey, you're a DJ? I'm like, yeah, I'm a DJ.
Yeah, of course.
And then he's like, you want to DJ our after prom? And I was like, yeah, for sure. He's like, how much? I was like, well, I'll get back to you on that. And then so within a week of having a DJ controller, I already had my first gig, and it was a paying gig. So I was like straight out of the gate, just like going. It was at the Elmer Marina.
Nice.
And it was for the Heritage after prom.
Cégep.
Yeah, Cégep. Right? So I went to Cégep Heritage, the English one.
Okay, yeah.
And so that was straight away, boom. And then it's never stopped since 15 years later. And I was just doing like after proms and like, you know, I remember receiving payment in like Ziploc bags with like loonies and toonies back in the day. But yeah, it started hot. Like, because like I said earlier, with the piano foundation, I really knew my music. So I thought I was pretty good to begin with, but I think I actually was. I just kind of understood what a DJ needed to do, you know, kind of be a bit of a cool guy, know what songs people like. And I was always rocking the aux at house parties. I was playing my iPod or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just like, boom.
So after 1 week of saying, okay, let me buy
1
this.
week of practicing at home.
And then you got your first paying DJ gig.
Right away.
But I feel like in a way that's fair, because before that you were still into music. Just a different genre, but still.
Hours a day. I would sit at the piano and sing for 2 to 4 hours every day, like Monday to Friday. Before I would go to hockey or soccer or whatever, I would just piano, just like obsessed.
Yeah, so like all of that work paid out, just in somewhat of a slightly different trajectory, which is really beautiful. But when you first said, okay, so you said you listened to that Swedish House Mafia song, right?
Yeah, it was a video,
A video, and that's when you were like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah, check out the video.
What were your first intentions when you got into DJing, that first week of practicing? What were your first intentions?
I don't even know. I just thought it was a cool way to discover music and to see how it works. I was just really inspired by that video. I was like, these guys are rock stars. The crowd was going wild. Like, I want to do that. So I wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah. And how important is personality as a DJ? Because, you know, rock stars, personality and look, it's really important. But DJs, like, is it really important also?
There's so many ingredients. I feel like personality for sure, the look, your music, the way that you engage with the crowd. But for sure, if you have like an outgoing, if people, you know, get to know you, I feel like that's a great way to build a fan base. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that helps a lot. Like in all domains where it's like entertainment and entertainment industry, it plays a big part.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first paying gig? And what was it like? What was your first experience? The Cégep Heritage.
Yeah.
But what was it like? Were you awesome. Nervous? Were you?
I don't know. So I wore a shirt that says "I heart Sweden flag house emoji mafia."
Okay, yeah.
To represent.
Yeah.
And so I did. I used Simon Riley, one of my best friends, his laptop, his white MacBook Pro, way back, and then it was Joel Kewen and David Spears. So David's in a really big band now called Walk Off the Earth.
Okay.
Like they're touring around the
country
world. Like folky kind of.
Okay. Like stuff. Could you compare it to someone or?
I don't know. It's like pop rock, folky. Yeah. They're on the radio, man. They're all
really?
Over. Like they performed at Parliament Hill like a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Like so, David, he goes by Tokyo. So him and Joel is in a band called the Cardboard Crowns. I'm not sure if they're still a band anymore, but they're both really successful musicians, and they wore morph suits. You know what morph suit is?
No, what's a morph?
It's like a full spandex suit from head to toe.
Yeah.
So they were like my sound guys and my hype guys. I remember creating a playlist, and I remember coming out of that event at the end. It was like, yo, that was super.
Did you get like a hype?
For sure.
I remember doing my first podcast. It was like you finish it and you got like you're full of adrenaline, or you just feel like shit. I'm made for this. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I was born to be a DJ.
Really nice.
Straight up.
And also, a quick question. So DJ Paul LeBlanc.
Yeah.
That's your full name, Paul LeBlanc, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say like DJ something? Why did you choose your full name?
I was DJ LeBlanc right away.
Okay.
And then I was that for a long time. And then could have probably stuck with that, but then you know how things are. Like you're like, you doubt. You're like, oh, I want to change names. So I had this big phase. It's kind of hard to explain. It's funny. It was called Zud. Okay, it's good. Zud.
Okay.
People, a bunch of people would know back in my party university days. It's good with a Z.
Okay.
We're just like us messing around.
We're all Zud. It's all Zud here.
Yeah. Zud. Anyways, so I was DJ Zud for a bit, and then I was like, okay, this kind of doesn't make sense anymore. I switched to DJ Chameleon with a K because I was like a chameleon with music, always like adapting to the room, like just very versatile. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. And then it was like, you know what? With my hockey thing, with PlayPuck, with I have a big network of people. They know my name. So I'm like, you know what? It's a good name. It flows well. Paul LeBlanc. I was just like, let's go back to DJ Paul LeBlanc.
Yeah, no, I feel like
a David Guetta type vibe.
Of course, I just keep the real name. And one question I want to ask you personally: when you're like let's say going to the gym or going for a walk, and you want to listen to music, what do you listen to personally? Like you cannot be blasting constantly DJ music.
Actually, you know what? I don't really listen to music. Okay, so I had hate to say it, but I kind of have had some troubles with my ears since December last year.
Really?
Yeah, so I am overloaded with music all the time. So it's my relationship with music has kind of changed since then, and it's unfortunate, but it's so I try to keep it peaceful in the car and on my walks, and I like to listen to the environment, the natural things. But to answer your question, I really like to listen to eclectic music, like stuff that's kind of different.
Okay.
There's a band called Thievery Corporation. My dad introduced me to them like way back in the day when I was like 10, 12 years old. A really cool vibe. They got like a bunch of different instruments. They kind of have like it's called trip hop kind of. It's a very psychedelic genre. They have like some kind of Indian sitar vibes, very like real, authentic,
really
musical.
Unique music.
Yes. So like anything that's kind of different, that's usually what I listen to. But I'm a big house guy. I love like deep house, tech house. But then I like going back to my roots. Like my favorite band still to this day is Coldplay. They had a huge influence on my career, and songs like I'm getting shivers right now, bro. Like
really,
Coldplay is just
they're the shit
since day one. Like Parachutes, Rush of Blood to the Head, X and Y. Those are the first 3 albums. Viva La Vida. Just it hits me in the soul.
That's when you know that's your music. When it hits your soul, that's when I know. I never knew Coldplay was that big until recently. Like my friend Dorado, shout out Dorado, he told me like, yo, Coldplay, they're like huge. I'm like, really?
Huge.
Like, I thought just recently they were like popular because of the Super Bowl or something. I never knew they were that huge.
They were huge since for 25 years. Yeah,
I guess maybe I listen more to I listen to everything, but I love maybe more a bit of rap. Like pop, what's more popular. But it makes sense. I mean, if you're constantly listening to music, I mean, in your environment, you must be constantly. That when you go for a walk or when you have time off, you're like, you know what, music is my life, but now let me just decompress and listen to the nature. It's gonna be, I understand. Okay, so now let's talk about your DJ career a little bit.
For sure.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Really, bro? And you're 36, right?
Yes.
Bro, you can do this for the rest of your life, huh, basically?
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm going with the flow. Honestly, I could happily retire as a DJ. I'm really happy with where I've gone to, but I feel like I'm kind of in a peak right now, so definitely no time to quit. But I'll always be involved in music in some way or another. But yeah, I got a lot left in the tank.
Bro, like for all my guests, I always talk them to the max so I can get the best questions and just know them the best before getting on my podcast.
For sure.
Bro, Ottawa Senators.
Yes.
Black Bears, lacrosse, so many events, parasol, volleyball. When I watched the game, Canada versus Serbia at the TD Stadium, I was watching my friends. I'm like, oh, look, it's DJ Paul LeBlanc. I'm like, yo, he's even here. The guy's everywhere, bro. I was like, what the fuck? He's everywhere. Well, awesome. Serbia won. I'm originally from Serbia. And you put this song, Veseli se Srpski rod. I was like, how does he know that song?
Yeah. Prep. It's all about prep.
But yeah, how is it? Because you DJ in nightclubs also. I worked in Shaker, Mardi Gras. I remember you DJ a couple of times there.
Yeah.
How is it working in sports settings like Ottawa Senators, which is like the biggest team in Ottawa and Gatineau? How is it different from clubs? What does it differ from?
It's amazing, honestly. Well, like my first breakthrough event was the volleyball back in 2018 for Volleyball Canada, for FIVB. And that kind of changed my whole perspective of DJing. My confidence went way up. And it was just because I'm such a big sports fan. I played like so many sports growing up. I was on almost every high school team. And I've loved sports since I was a baby, you know? So for me, it's like it's like a perfect synergy of both my two passions, you know, sports and music. So how is it? It's really cool because you get to work with world-class people, especially the high-end events. You get to work with world-class athletes, world-class producers. So just that alone is amazing. But then when you're involved in the sports environment, you know, music is such a big part of sports, you know, the warm-up songs, the in-between, the whistle songs. In volleyball, it's like playing almost the entire game, you know.
It's like baseball, you know, every hitter has
the walkout song. Yeah. So I think it's two extremely powerful things in this world coming together. So it's incredible. I love it.
I think sports and music are like some of the two most popular things on planet Earth. Like, like if you think about it, who doesn't listen to music? Yeah. Who doesn't have a certain sport that he or she likes? Yeah. Soccer, football, whatever it is. But how does it differ? Doing events at clubs or private events and at big stadiums like Ottawa Senators. Because I heard many times people saying, I don't really watch hockey. I never really watched a Senators game in live. But many people say that the crowd in the Ottawa Senators fan base isn't the most loud or the most...
For sure.
What would you say differs from private events and Ottawa Senators?
So first of all, when you're playing in a public space, it has to be clean music. So you have to make sure that you're getting no swearing and even the messaging behind the music, it has to be like clean, you know, it has to be, you know, not inappropriate. But it's all about reading the room. Every room is different. The arena is a room. The private event at a wedding, is a room. The club is a room. So, you know, in the club, I like to make it sexy. I like to make the girls dance. And that's actually the number one rule of DJing for clubs is make the girls dance. And everything follows. Everything follows. I could go more into it if you want, but once the girls are having...
Please do.
Yeah?
Drinks, everything.
Basically, this is it. So if the girls are having fun, then they're in more of a positive, open mindset, right?
Facts.
So when they're having fun, they're kind of distracted. They're not being like bitchy, you know, they don't have the attitude. And they'll be more approachable for the guys. And what do the guys want to do when they're at the club? They want to have fun with the girls. So if you have the girls in an entranced kind of environment, la, 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 you know?
Happy land.
The guys will come in and it'll be more of a better vibe. When it's kind of like more hardcore music, you'll see at clubs, if the DJ plays like a heavier kind of rap song, that's when the fights break out. That's when the beef starts, right? So that's why I like to make it sexy, to make it fun, and to make it danceable at the club. So that is the number one rule of DJing for clubs is make the girls dance and everything will have fun. And then once you have kind of the crowd by the balls, I like to say, then you can kind of go a bit further, push a bit deeper, and kind of do your thing a little bit more. But yeah, the club's a super different environment. Weddings, you know, you have to be very accommodating to all ages. Like there's older people, there's younger people, and you just want to make it kind of a festive, fun environment, but also know exactly what the couple wants for their event. For sports, there's a lot of things that go into it. You have to not only just please the fan base and the people listening and the crowd and the guests, but also the bosses, the big bosses, the upper management, because ultimately they're the ones who are hiring you, who are paying you. So you got to think, okay, what is upper management going to like? Are they going to, you know, like Katy Perry, or are they going to like more AC/DC, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then, yes, like that's what I'm trying to bring to Ottawa for the Ottawa Senators game, is bring energy, bring hype. You know, so I'm playing their game. I'm just, you know, I respect the Ottawa Senators. I respect the NHL. I can't just go in there like, hey, I'm DJ Paul, I'm going to do whatever I want. No, like I have to, you know, play their game, take it slow. Usually in most cases, given that I'm a 15-year I've been DJing for 15 years. Most of my clients are like, "Hey, Paul, just do your thing. You know, we trust you." But it's not the same thing with the Sens. You have to really, you know, respect what they want, their values, and just try to do your best according to what they have. It's very corporate, right? So corporate is very safe and family friendly. So it's all about knowing the room, knowing who's hiring you, and prep.
It's crazy, man. There's a lot of sociology behind your job.
There is, yeah.
There is, and actually, I love everything you just said, bro. That's crazy knowledge. Like the clips are gonna go crazy for that knowledge you just spit out, bro. That was crazy. And I mean,
that's why I'm here.
The Ottawa Sens games, that's like peak DJing. That's the NHL, that's the National Hockey League. That's crazy. And I like how you said in the beginning, when you go in a club, because I worked in nightclubs for like 8 years now. I stopped like for 2 months, but before that I was always in nightclubs. Yeah. And it's true, bro. If you get the girls, the guys want to have fun with the girls. Yeah. And when they have fun with the girls, they also pay more drinks. They have more shots between them. They pay more drinks for the ladies. Everything just functions well. And then, of course, if you tend to play more hardcore rap like Chief Keef or whatever at a certain time, there's more chances of fights breaking up because people drink alcohol. They get all in their emotions. Someone, you know, a club, it's all packed in. Someone accidentally pushes you. You take it badly. You want to impress the girls. You want to have a fight. So, but would you say that in a way, like when you DJ, in a way you can see everyone? Yeah. Can you sometimes do you feel like you can control them with music to a certain extent?
Man. If you're a pro and it's just all about experience, of course. It's the whole vibe. Yeah. For sure.
So sometimes you can like see it and then
definitely the crowd changes. Like let's say I'm at Kadjurdzi, for example. That's a perfect example actually. I remember Jacob and Zach called me.
Shout out Jacob Zach.
Yes, sir. Shout out Kadjurdzi. Thanks for putting me on. So they called me hey, like, can you give me a call? We have something interested. And I was like, okay, what's up, boys? They're like, we want to bring a DJ to Kadjurdzi. And this was after the transition of ownership there. And the place was kind of like, honestly, it was dying. It was dead. Yeah. And they're like, we want you to bring good vibes. And honestly, we brought the vibes, and now it's like,
did a good job.
Arguably the hottest place in Vierhall. Yeah. And because, you know, I wasn't just playing, this is another tip for the DJs. When you're playing a whole entire night, let's say 10:30 or 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., there's no warm up anymore. People want to hear bangers from the start. You have to have a deep library. And I like to think that music is the glue, and you have to you want to keep people in the club. So you got to play those hits early. I used to go into the club and play just like whatever background type music. No, people who are there in that moment want to hear good music. They don't care that there's only 40, 30 people in the bar. You got to right away come out hot. It doesn't have to be crazy, like intense bangers, but stuff people know, cool mashups. I don't know where I was going with that, but
hey, just keep going. Don't worry about it. Just go with the flow. Yeah. Okay, so. Well, no, but it's true. I mean, Kadjurdzi did a really good job. Like shout out Zach, and I work with Zach at Shaker. I know him for a long time.
Yeah, that's how I met.
Yeah, with Shaker, and they did a really good job, man. And honestly, if you think about it, I mean, how many times that you're like, let's say I was working and the music stopped for whatever reason.
Yeah, a few times.
And when it happens, you're just like, oh shit! Like without music, it's nothing. Yeah. Like going to a club, it's almost all about music. Yeah. How important would you say DJ is in a nightclub from like 11 to 3 a.m.?
Super important. It's like, you know, obviously like there's like many things in life, there's so many ingredients. So you have to have good service, you have to have good staff, good security, people making sure everything runs smooth. You know, you have to have all your items in stock. The bartenders have to know their job. They have to be quick. They have to be efficient. The thing is about the music and the DJing is same thing with the girls dancing. It's like, if you have a good vibe going, everything flows, you know, there's a good flow, there's a good energy, and everything's kind of working in sync, you know? So that's why I think the thing is about, especially in Ottawa, the DJ culture is a bit subpar. It's not like Toronto or Montreal. It's like, they're always trying to pay the DJs less. They are trying to prey on the hype of young people that are kind of inexperienced, but maybe popular in the moment. And the DJ brings so much value. Like, you know, Kedridzi is a perfect example. They brought in someone like me, and I knew what to do. I knew what to play. I know the crowd. I'm from this area, so I know what works. But I'm not playing for myself. It's not a DJ Paul show. When I go into a nightclub, I want to maximize sales for the nightclub.
So fucking important what you just said. You're not playing for DJ Paul LeBlanc. You're playing for the event.
I'm playing for the people. They're the ones paying me. If it's an Alea show, it's a bit different. For example, at the casino, it's more of a DJ Paul show. But still, like, if you're not playing, if it's a festival, okay, yeah, it's for me. It's my kind of show.
Yeah, of course, that's different.
But if almost all events for DJs, open format is like DJ plays all the styles. You're not playing for you. You're not playing, like, get your ego out of the door. You're playing to help the business you're working for. That's who's paying you. You know,
I fucking love that.
You want to maximize your sales. I'm a business guy. I know that they want to make money. It's all about that. So you got to play music that, you know, creates a good atmosphere. And you know, like I've been in the spotlight for so long. Like, yeah, before I was kind of craving it. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to show off. But now it's just, that's who I am. Like, I'm a DJ. This is my job. And I don't care. Like, I know what I bring to the table in my own body and brain and mind. I made it. You know, I feel good with myself. That's all that matters.
That's the most important.
It starts inside, you know?
Exactly.
So I don't need to go to the club and say, like, look how good of a DJ I am. No, like, I want the people in the crowd to have an enjoyable experience, to create memories, to go back home and say, oh, it was such a fun night. Oh, let's go back. Oh, like, you know, it's not about DJ Paul. It's about the vibes. I'm a big vibes guy. So yeah, to answer your question, when you play certain music, you're creating a whole energy. And when you play more hip hop, it'll be more this kind of vibe. You're playing more kind of like poppy music, it'll be more this kind of vibe. You're playing Latin, it'll be more danceable. So yeah, a huge impact. And I think a lot of people are underestimating DJs, and it's such a gray area because it's so hard to understand. But there's with the new social media, it's like people have, oh, you have 40,000 followers because you went viral. It's like versus like someone, you know, that has 15 years experience. Like, you know,
it has nothing to do. Followers have nothing to do with what you actually bring to the table and what your actual value is.
It's the results of what happens, you know, there. And that's why, like, everything's all about hype this day and age, and I get it, but you gotta, I think,
like a balance between both. You need a mix and a balance of both.
I think we need to put more emphasis on what's actually happening and how good the whole entire experience and vibe is.
Yeah. So like you said, I mean, what I really liked about you is you know how to put your ego to the side, and at the end of the day, you bring the best results. I think that's really important because I feel like, especially like you said in the beginning, you know, you're new to it. So of course you're young and you want that attention and all of that, which is kind of normal.
Normal for everyone.
I think that's just
even
normal
people who are older I still like almost everyone likes attention.
Of course. Yeah. Which is,
it's normal.
Some people love it more than others, but at the end of the day, it's something that humans crave.
Yeah.
And
for sure. It's really
just, And like I just want to add, I mean, being a DJ, there's an entire science behind it that people don't even realize. Because what happens with not putting your ego to the side, sometimes I will put my Spotify, my playlist, and I will play what I want to hear.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if there's girls, 18-year-old, maybe they don't want to hear what I want to hear. I understand I'll have fun hearing that. But what will be the best for them? Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, I'm not sure. I don't listen to it, I'm not sure. But I know it'll get them hyped up and I'll get more money. When I was a bartender, and there's also that. Okay, so you did a lot of events, marriages. Festival Parasol, which was really, really awesome. But that was Festival Parasol. Yeah, I was there, but that was really sick.
That was like my best show.
I was like, well, you're there only one night?
2 nights, the opening night, the Wednesday, and the first Friday.
How did you like that event?
You guys got to check out my YouTube episode about that. It's a really good one. It was super cool, honestly. Like, it
was a nice vibe. Festival Parasol, they did a really good job, and it was a nice vibe.
It was a nice, but I created, I wanted it to be a DJ Paul show, but I also kind of tried to make it really just like a fun environment for everyone. It is a festival, but it's more kind of like a friendly family fun rather than DJ festival. I loved it, man. I love being up there. It's
Yeah,
you feel like a rock star, and
I saw you. I was like, I can imagine what he's going through right now. I mean, he's in his vibe, in his flow, having fun. People watching him.
One of my best shows ever. One of my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, well, that was my next question.
Yeah.
What was your most memorable show to this day, or event, or whatever?
There's been so many special ones, man.
Really?
Well, I mean, I always go back to the Pan Am Games in 2023 in Chile. That was pretty cool.
Really?
So,
you went to Chile?
Yeah. So I
Nice.
was the music director for Pan Am Games and Para-Pan Am Games for a few different sports. We were a team of hundreds of people, but I got to play the music at... I mean, that's a whole event in itself. I was in Chile for 6 weeks. So that was really cool. Like, that was like...
I can imagine, bro. Traveling to Chile, you feel like a rock star, bro. The guy stops you for passport check. What are you traveling for? Yeah, I'm a DJ, bro. I'm traveling for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That guy's got to be a nice feeling.
Yeah, it was cool.
So out of all the things you do, now this is going to be like more of a personal question.
Yeah.
Marriages, nightclubs, professional sports games. If you could only do one for the rest of your life, which one would you choose?
That's a good one. That's a very good one. I mean,
Only one for the rest of your life.
It's hard to top sports.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
It's really hard to top sports. You know, weddings are awesome because you really feel the love. I mean, it's a very memorable experience for that couple, and if you do a great job, they probably won't forget you. You know, which is you're embedded in their memory banks. Clubs, super fun. You know, just fun, pure fun.
Yeah.
You can really get creative at clubs. I'm getting older though. It's the 3 a.m. ends are pretty late, and then. But yeah, the sports, it's just because I'm an athlete, you know, I still play tons of hockey, and there's a certain energy at sports events that's irreplaceable. So I think sports.
Sports, I was pretty sure you're going to say that one. And also, bro, from personal experience, I went to concerts, I went to watch movies, I went to sports events.
Yeah.
And sport events are just always the funnest, man.
Yeah.
Watch live soccer in Europe.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah, I
so
got to do
fun.
that one day.
To watch baseball games in New York, Yankees versus Red Sox, so fun.
Yeah.
Watch whatever, as long as it's sports live, it's so fun, bro. It's just something. I mean, I was pretty sure you're going to say that one. Is there a memorable, something like a specific moment or time like that's ingrained in your memory that happened in one of your events?
Yeah.
It can be anything. Someone asking you something, you saying something. Is there something like really stuck in your mind, in your brain from an event that you hosted?
What kind of emotion
Anything.
are you looking for?
Whatever.
Okay, so
the craziest thing.
The craziest thing? I don't think it was crazy, but for me, it was a very wholesome moment. Okay, so at the Ottawa Senators game, it was either March 8th or March 29th. I can't remember which one, because I remember I did 2 games in March. So at the Ottawa Senators games, I play the music at the intermission. It's like a 10-minute show to kind of pump up the crowd, to pump up the players, just to create some ambience, whatever. And it was the kids game. And so there was kids all around me with families, you know, I have a kid, and guess who I grabbed? My girlfriend was with my son, Noah, and I got to hold my son while I was DJing in front of, you know, up to 19,000. And it was just like, I remember it was like a mashup between the song Bittersweet Symphony, which is a song that I've always loved, and Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. And I felt like in that moment, you know, I was kind of living my teenage dream, you know. It's kind of a funny song, but like to have, you know, as a parent, parents will know just anything with your child is so special. So I didn't have him in my hands for very long, maybe 20, 25 seconds. But just that moment, I was like, yo, I'm with my kid, DJing at my favorite sports team, in the arena in front of so many people. Just like that, for me, was a very wholesome,
I can imagine,
moment. Bro. I don't think it was crazy. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, because I've had so many, like, just think of 15 years of DJing, like every week, multiple times a week, like
8 years of bartending, and I have crazy stories.
Exactly. I'm a father now, you know, so that's kind of like, I feel like everything changes when you're a parent. So that moment was super memorable and very cool.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, your favorite event, sports, with your son, the person probably you love the most on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I can imagine, man. Okay, so we talked about your signature move or your signature style.
Yeah.
How would you define your signature style?
Yeah, honestly, party rock. like just like pure party, just pure fun. Like I like to mix up a lot of, so when you come to a DJ Paul event, show or whatever it may be, everything is custom. So they're all my own edits, all my own mashups, all my own remixes, all my own re-drums. You know, it's very rare that I'm playing an original of a track. Yeah, I play originals of like, let's say it's just like I know.
ABBA.
Yeah. Yeah, like it'd always be a slight little remix. And a lot of the time, because I've noticed the trends over the years, like I'll chop out, like I'll go into the studio, I guess you could call it, and it's just my laptop.
In your living room?
Yeah, anywhere, wherever my laptop is. I'll just chop out a tiny section, or I'll add in a little thing just so that it's a little bit more hype. But my style is just like really festive, fun. I have a bit of a Latin kind of style, rhythmic, but just it's just festive party rock. No particular genre. I definitely like a lot of like DJ music, you know, like hip hop, house, EDM, techno, but very like, I want to play stuff that no one's ever heard before, in a sense. It's like, oh yeah, I know this Katy Perry song, I know this other DJ song, but I put them together and it's a vibe. It's really cool. Or like DJs will know like hype edits. So a hype edit is when you bring a part of a song from song A and you mix it with song B all in one, and it just, there's like word plays. Wordplay is when you transition not with a beat but with a word. So a lot of little DJ tricks. Yeah,
and like when you did my brother's wedding, shout out Luca and Jacinthe.
Yeah, good one.
Bro, it was like you did really well. Like you did really well because we had a lot of Serbian music that my brother put in. But I still saw like, yes, we heard the songs that we wanted to hear, the Serbian music, but I still saw your signature move. So like a question I can ask you is, how do you blend both of them together? Let's say you do a marriage and the people want to have a specific genre, but at the same time you want to keep your signature move. How would you say that you blend those two together?
A lot of it's prep, knowing like what like the client wants, and then just having it all ready, studying it, putting cue points in. So cue points is just starting the song from like 1 minute in or 30, right at the hype moment. But there's two main things. It's the tempo, so the BPM, the beats per minute, just like your heart rate, and then so that's the main one. So let's say like a reggaeton type beat is like 100 BPM. That's mid tempo, or and then like house is a bit faster. But DJs, when you're mixing two songs together, almost all the time they're going to be the same tempo. The second thing is key. Key is hard to explain to non-musicians. Key is like on the piano, if it's in C, if it's in D, if it's in E. If you're mixing in the same key, it creates a little bit more of a magical feel because it's in the same key. It's hard to explain, but do
your best.
Yeah, it's like mixed with rather than mixed with
It's like different sounds that, I mean, for you it's natural instinct because you can
but just like it's mostly the speed. So you know you're going up and down with the speeds. Also you could do dynamic transitions, like very like sudden and like switch it up. But yeah, it's mostly about the tempo, the speed.
Okay, so now let me put you in a tough situation. Let's say the crowd isn't feeling anything you're doing. How do you deal with it?
Depends on the event. I haven't really had experienced this in a long time, just because I have so many moves now. You know? As an experienced DJ, don't really get into that situation because the vibe that you create from the start kind of sets the tone. And it's not as much about like the songs that you play, but how you play them and when you play them. But yeah, you have to, that's what the real DJing comes into play. Like knowing
real talent,
knowing how to read the crowd and get yourself out of sticky situations, you know? So just like,
you have an example maybe?
Well, you could, let's say at a wedding, let's say everyone goes to the poutine bar or the pizza bar, and you know the dance. Everyone's hungry and they want to leave the dance floor. Well, you bring them in with the slow. You bring them back. You put a slow song all the old people are like, oh, nice. And then it's like an auto trigger in their brain, like, oh, I like this Elvis song. Like you go back into it. Or you just put on something really cheesy that like, let's say that's at a wedding. Let's say you just put on like, I don't really put on like the cha-cha slide ever, but like, let's say something like that.
Yeah.
But that, it was more at the start of my DJ career that I kind of encountered those kind of things,
which is normal.
Yeah, but that's why you just have to learn the bangers and learn. There's a lot of psychology and sociology, like you said, behind it. And like you said, you're as a DJ, you're always observing. So every time you test out a new song, you're like, oh shit. Like at a wedding I played last weekend, I played Sports Car by Tate McRae, and I never even listened to that song before. And I was like, yo, this went off. So I was like, okay, that's in the banger list, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, just having those little tricks, like, okay, let's put on a switch up that no one's going to expect. Like you can DJ in a way where you're in a good flow, but you could also DJ in a attention seeking way. And you're like playing these kind of stuff that are unexpected. Like at Kedjudzi, for example, I'll play like a movie soundtrack. People are all like confused. So you're grabbing their attention.
And so that's like, why you guys do that.
And they're like, what? And then you drop it into another song and they're like, oh, that's crazy.
Like the Pornhub, the beginning of the Pornhub. I heard like it's really popular now with DJs.
Yeah.
I forgot the way it goes, but I know that's really popular. I'm like, what do they play? But I guess grab your
attention. Like just to, something out of the blue that you're like, what? That kind of stops you in your tracks.
What's something people don't realize about the profession of being a DJ?
You get you have to have really thick skin, and you get like, if you're not careful, you can let people walk all over you. Like they'll just kind of like verbally abuse you, you know, like really? Why didn't you play my song, or you're a bad DJ,
especially with alcohol in their system. Yeah, they get all disrespectful.
So like you can't take anything personally, like. Because if you do, you'll get out of your vibe, you'll get out of your groove, and like it could even be at a wedding. It could mostly at like kind of like clubs. So you really like, people give you shit. Like people are like, oh, you suck, or like, why'd you play this, or you play good music, like stupid stuff like that. Yeah. Also, like you could imagine like the sleep is tough. The sleep schedule, especially with a kid now, but. Like I'm a natural early riser. I love being up early, but my kind of career has like forced me to sleep a little bit later. I guess that's expected. What unexpected? You really get to see how people are, and people are pretty raw and rough, and especially with alcohol involved. There's also a lot of behind the scenes prep, like like. Downloading the right music, finding the right versions. It's a tough question though. I feel like people know so much more about DJs now with social media.
But social media plays a big part in every domain.
People know a lot more now.
Yeah. What do you love the most about your job?
The music, just the vibes. Like I feel like I'm called to do it, you know. Like I said, I'm born to be a DJ. Like it sounds funny, but I was, you know, I really love music, and it's an honor to be a DJ. I'm really grateful, and I don't take it for granted. Every single event, I used to, you know, get frustrated or you know, have a bit of a bigger ego or whatever. But I really like every show. I really try to be present and focus on then and there and that moment, and moment by moment really be there, instead of like, oh, I have 5 events this week. Like, oh, I'm thinking about tomorrow's event. I'm thinking about, oh, how I'm not going to sleep. No, just like be in the moment and,
day by day,
and really be present, be there, be with the people. I like be able to, it's a very powerful role, and you can't underestimate the power that you can, and the influence you can have over the people through the vibes, through the music. So I like that you can be able to create memories through music.
Of course.
And like, you know, people could, that's why it's so important. You're like, to not judge people's reactions or just, you know, if I go to a Sens game and I play this cool song, it could be someone's first Sens game. It could be a memory they retain for the rest of their life. And that's why it's like, it's not just another game. It's not just another show. It's everything. You're in this moment. So yeah, like just be able to provide the whole sound waves and the energy for those moments is a huge honor. Yeah.
Of course I can imagine. And now my next question, what do you hate the most about your job?
Probably the hours, the late.
Yeah.
Like this weekend I have 2 shows that end at 3, you know, so you only get to bed at 4:30, and then I gotta have a kid, and you know, like it's it's got to be the hours. That's pretty much it.
Now, one question I'm really interested to know your opinion.
Yeah.
So technology, social media, really, really big nowadays. AI has, and if it has, how has technology or social media or AI changed the DJing world or just the music world in general?
Huge,
huh?
Huge change.
TikTok trends or whatever, just in general.
I can go really deep on that.
Really? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So basically what's happened with music, so it's so hard to have a hit this day and age. Like it's so hard to have a big song because it's an oversaturated market now. Everyone's trying to be a DJ. Everyone's trying to be a rock star. Everyone's trying to put out a beat. Everyone's trying to be a rapper, singer, whatever. And it's way easier. It's way more accessible now. Back in the day, you would have had to, you know, book a studio time, have an idea, write a song yourself on a piece of paper, get a pianist, get a guitarist, get a drummer, get a good producer. It would take, all these things would take time. So there's a lot more energy, a lot more effort put into the music. Now, you could take a laptop and like literally pay $15 a month for something like Splice. Splice is amazing. You should check out Splice if you haven't, if you're making music. You could get a pre-made song right there. Everything's so quick. So the process of making a song could just be you in your living room, just clicking on your laptop and just, you know, pumping it out. What I noticed was in the pandemic, once things started reopening it back up, there was kind of a pause in music during the pandemics. Like people didn't know if they should put something out. So people started going back to like the throwbacks, what they call now. Stuff they knew, stuff they were used to. And I remember starting to DJ in 2021, 2022. And these, you know, 19, 20-year-olds are asking me for like Tayo Cruz, Katy Perry, like Flo Rida, like Pitbull, like Sean Paul. Like I was like, yo, this music is from like 15 years ago. That's
way back.
My day, like my prime club age, and still that's what they want to hear now. So it's like, it's so hard to make a hit because everyone's trying to make a hit. Everyone's trying to make it. Everyone's it's sensory overload. It's like our attention spans are so short. If it's not a hit on TikTok, you know, it's not going to be a hit. So it's a very competitive environment. Everyone's trying to become a DJ, and I personally am a bit frustrated with it because I'm going to change my whole social media strategy into like basically spam posting every day. Like I used to like want to just post really good quality things, really cool
instead
pieces,
of just whatever,
you know, instead of just, and now it's just like, well, it has to have a caption on the screen. It has to be 10 seconds. It has to be quick. It has to be right. It's like you almost have to, as a creator, as someone who's really like thinks multi-leveled and multi-tiered, you almost have to dumb it down for the average person and meet people where they're at. And you can't just be good at anymore. You know, a lot of my business was just because I've done well, I've had good referrals, but you have to have a huge following on social media now. You have to have all the likes, and like, it's kind of taking over. So it is the game though. So I got it. It is what it is. So as a 36-year-old DJ, I have to, you know, start playing the game a little bit more if I want to continue to progress. And my plan is to do that. But my plan, I have a YouTube show now.
Exactly. Yeah, vlogs. Yeah, I wanted to.
That's going to take some time, but I'm really invested and committed to the vlogs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the horizontal content, convert it to vertical, and just pump out the.
You have to, bro. Believe me, it's really hard to blow up on long format videos. Yeah. You have to do clips. Like I said, when I asked you what was the thing you hate the most about your job, what I hate the most about podcasting is doing the clips, because I have to re-listen to myself. I got to find a good time. I have to cut. Then I have to, okay, should I caption this? Oh, actually, it's not a good clip. So the last 1 hour spent on that clip, I got to do another clip.
I know.
So that's what I hate the most. Consuming. But do you think there's more pros or cons to social media in the music industry? There's a lot of pros and cons. Which one do you think outweighs the other?
I would like cons, honestly, because it's kind of taking away from
cons. Really?
It's taking away from the magic of music.
Okay.
For real. Like, more people are out there, but like people are confused as to what's good anymore. Okay. It's like, what is a hit? What is a good artist? What is art? It's like everyone's trying to pump it out, and like, there's more exposure to it, but the more exposure to it has watered it down and oversaturated it. So like, but that's probably just me being old, you know.
The thing that there's maybe going to be a swing of the pendulum, like it's going to get back to what it was once, or you think it's going to just get worse and worse, in your opinion? It's
not that it's getting, it is what it is. I'm accepting it, and it is what it is. And I'm not a negative guy at all. I'm very positive, upbeat, but like it's just like I've seen it for the last 15, 20 years change. And it's like, let's say Drake, like even 5-7 years ago, would put out a hit and everyone would want it at the club that night, like right away. Okay, and now he puts out a full album, and like I don't even know what the latest.
I never even watched. I didn't even listen to it yet. His full album.
Exactly right.
Yeah, no.
So it's like we don't even have time because we're all busy with our own things now. So, but yeah, it's in the AI stuff, I heard that like you could just make a song without doing anything anymore.
That looks crazy. That just sounds crazy, bro. I'm not in the music industry, but with my logical mind, that just sounds crazy. Like there can be a robot or whatever you call it, and it makes bangers after bangers. But I don't think that's ever gonna happen, because I think the human mind will always be above the AI, especially when it comes to creative stuff and everything that's in the creative world and entertainment. And
we need the human touch.
Oh yeah, we're always gonna need the human touch, in my opinion. It's gonna take away jobs like maybe clerks, at cashier, whatever. But creative jobs, I think it's never gonna take over. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Hopefully. Let's say someone right now is watching this episode and they want to get into DJing. Yeah. What's one piece of advice, the biggest piece of advice you would give that person?
Go out in public to watch other DJs.
Oh, okay. Shadowing.
Just watching, observing, seeing what they do, because like if you're watching on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, it's a 10-second clip, even like a longer set on YouTube, like a 1 hour set or whatever, you're not feeling the energy from the crowd, and you're not feeling it as much. You got to go out there. And like if you want to get gigs and if you want to get shows and all that stuff, you got to be, I always say this, you have to be a bar star. You have to be at all the clubs, you get to know the people. That's more getting gigs. But if you want to get into DJing and understand, going out to see all these different styles, because that's something that I struggle with now, being so busy with, my hockey, my kid, my own stuff. It's like, I used to, let's say I would end a night at 11 or 12 or even 1. I would go out to see other DJs, just to observe, to network, all that stuff. But now I have to go straight to bed because I need my sleep, because I got to wake up again at the next morning at 7 because my son's poking me. Like, hey.
Yeah, but, let's go for a run.
Yeah, for real. So, but you have to be out there. Like, I think that is one of the most important for any job too. It's like, you can.
Don't be shy. Go out there, network.
You have to be out there.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Okay, now we talked a lot about DJing, but you're not only a DJ.
Not only.
You have PlayPuck, social media content creator.
Yeah.
Talk to me about PlayPuck.
Yeah.
That looks really huge and really fun. I don't play hockey, so you'll never see me there because I can't even skate.
Yeah.
I can't even skate on ice. But talk to me about PlayPuck. How did it start? When did it start? And why did you start PlayPuck?
PlayPuck is the dream. I arguably like it more than DJing.
Really?
The feeling that I get from playing hockey, from a community that I've created from scratch, is like, it's like my first baby,
Yeah.
It's very simple. I rent the arena. I post the times on the website, and it's a sign up game by game. It's pickup hockey.
Yeah.
So it's that simple, you know. There's no referees. It's just we're chasing, as the hockey guys like to say, we're chasing around the biscuit. We're chasing around the puck and just having fun.
Yeah, I don't know hockey slang.
That's another podcast in itself. Yeah. But basically, that's it. I started it when I was 20 years old, so it's been around the same time I started DJing. And started in Elmer because I'm from Elmer, and that's it. Like I just rent the ice. We have 5, 6, 7 games a week now. We play in the morning.
That's a lot, man. Yeah. 5, 6, 7 games. So all week.
Yeah.
Damn, well, that's nice.
So Wednesday morning, Friday night, Saturday night, sometimes Sunday, and then sometimes the odd Tuesday or Thursday, depends on the availability. But basically, pick up and play puck is the purity of the sport. It's the pure hockey. It's just pure fun, and there's not really much drama, no bullshit, no refs, just we're having fun out there. It's taken a long time to, you know, establish the codes, the community. Once people attend a play puck game, they kind of feel the vibe. You know, we play music at the games. It's a bit of an alternative way of experiencing hockey. So it's not a league. Fun. It's just like you show up. It's like you show up to the outdoor rink and there's a game, but a little bit more organized.
And you know, when you go there, there's going to be actually a game and people actually playing.
Yeah. So we have most of our games are almost all full. We have 2 goalies, good attitudes. It's a great place to network. It's just a great place to come play hockey. Like, some people will be in town for a business trip. They'll find us on Google. They're like, hey, can I come play? Some people have been coming out for 15 years. You know, some people come out every week, more than once a week. In the summertime, we'll get a lot of junior players or senior players or even pro players that come out.
Really?
Yeah.
Pro players?
Yeah, for real.
Can you name a couple?
For sure. Well, our best player, he's gonna love this. His name's Tate Leeson. He's gross.
Do you know him, Matt Perry?
No, he's like a local. Like he played in Sweden.
Still, man, pro.
But he plays for Smith Falls in the Senior A. So Senior A is like a semi-pro league. Yeah, okay. Some of the guys get like paid a little bit, you know, here and there. But this guy is really good. We have tons of players that have played very high level, and so in the summer, play puck kind of boosts up because all like the high end players have nowhere to play. Yeah. So they come play with us. But yeah, we have a lot of good players. Our biggest ever player that came out was Pavel Rosa. He played in the NHL a little bit. He played in Europe. Nice. He got his jersey retired by Gatineau Olympics. Okay, yeah. So it was a funny story. One time I get this call from like a Switzerland number. It was like, I for some reason answered it, and it was him. He was like, hey, can I bring my kids out to hockey or whatever? So he's a very high level player. But yeah, I've gotten better over the years just because of learning off of these high level players. Yeah, but so PlayPuck is the dream. Check us out, playpuck.ca, and come sign up because it's a hoot. It's so much fun. Yeah. It's the best.
Now for you're also a social media content creator. You create content, like it or not, you create content.
Yes.
So what are your plans with content creation? Do you only plan on doing vlogs, or do you have other plans in store?
I have so many ideas. Really? I really like the vlog thing because I feel like it's more of a deeper expression of myself and want people to get to know me on a more personal level. This is another great example. I want to inspire and be real on social media, you know, be authentic.
The most important.
And I feel like social media, there's a lot of manufactured things, but I don't really believe in that. Long term, I don't feel like it's going to help someone out. It's more of a quick dopamine, quick fix, quick hit. So the YouTube stuff, you got to check out my YouTube. It's DJ Paul LeBlanc Official. So we put out, actually, our next episode is dropping tonight. It's nice. 5 shows in 4 days. It was at Beach Club. Yeah. So
it's like Mr. Beast kind of vibe, right?
It's just like, I feel like there's a lot of cool stuff happening in my life, and I want to just show people what I'm up to. That's it. Once again, it's not about being showing off. It's about trying to inspire others through the experiences that I'm living, and also creating memories for myself, you know, capturing, you know, when I'm older, retired, whatever, it'll be cool to look back on these pieces of content and just like watch them and show my kid when he's older too. Exactly. But
that's the same mentality I have with my podcast. I'm like, well, imagine in like 10 years, my son is going to listen to me, or like 20 years. He's going to be like, oh, my dad's 25 there. Yeah. And that's the way he was thinking. And that's like, Like, I'm like, that's crazy because imagine if I could see my dad. Like, exactly. I would have loved it. It would have been crazy.
It's like a time machine.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, we have 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. Do you want to fucking speed run these questions? Okay, sure. What philosophy do you live by?
Like the yogi lifestyle.
Yogi lifestyle? What's that?
Just, you'd have to check it out. Just like once you start doing yoga, you get into more of a... Zen, like
attached with the universe, connected with the universe, and flow with the universe and everything.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Be yourself.
Love it. What's the worst piece of advice you ever received?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? You
I don't fucking know.
No. Yeah, like even I'm not sure if I could answer that.
Oh man.
Question. Maybe once, like, don't shoot too high, don't reach for the stars.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bad piece of advice.
I don't know. I don't know. Remember. I'm sorry.
No problem. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Similar to what I am now, because I'm really liking what I'm doing. You know, I'm DJing at all the coolest places around here, playing hockey. That's all. I just want to spend as much time with my family as I can, inspire others. You know, I really want to DJ at the Olympic Games in 2028, especially in LA. I feel like I have a good chance.
Oh, that would be crazy, bro.
Some contacts for that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just DJing more sports stuff, being a bit more involved with the Ottawa Senators, maybe DJing a little bit less clubs, and having a bit more of a team with me for just everything in general, you know, like an assistant, a few other DJs. But I could build up PlayPuck, a few more annual events, tournaments, golf tournaments, stuff like that. Just continue to improve slowly. I really like where I'm at right now.
So grow what you already have.
Exactly. Maybe travel a little bit more with DJing, but that's another ball game too. I don't want to, you know, I really want to be involved with my son's life and not miss too much of his life because I'm out there traveling the world. You know? Family's number one.
Of course, always. And health. Health and family, man, in my opinion, that's number one.
For sure.
Do you want to keep DJing forever, or do you see yourself pivoting for something else?
Definitely pivoting, yeah.
Really? When do you think of stopping DJing? Like a time?
When I'm no longer inspired, for sure. Okay. I've already considered it, you know, slowing it down. I've slowed it down in the number of gigs. I used to do even more. Now I do more quality, but I'll always be involved in music. I could see myself having some sort of DJ school or like just events company where I'm more behind the scenes. But I feel like there's more stress like being on the behind the scenes because you can't control it when you're there.
Yeah.
But for sure, like, I mean, I played the piano since I was a young boy. So I feel like I could, you know, go more into just like playing the piano or producing music, because I've also produced a ton of music too, but definitely a pivot at some point.
Yeah.
There's already been a bit of a pivot with the kid.
Less nightclubs with the times.
It's super fun, but yeah.
2 last questions.
Sure.
What's your ultimate career goal?
Yeah. Olympics.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think
that would be crazy, bro.
It's going to happen.
It is, bro.
Watch me go.
Manifestation, bro. It's going to happen, bro. It's going to be crazy. Okay, last question. If you could leave one final message for the world, what would it be?
So authenticity is like the highest vibration, you know, like the highest frequency you can emit to the world. Just be yourself. Like
in a world of fakeness.
Yeah, like, and don't judge yourself. It's like if you stop judging yourself, everything comes for you in a positive way. Because if you're second guessing why you're doing something, and if you're doing things for others, if you're doing things to fit in, then you're not truly ever going to be yourself, and you're not going to be aligned with your true path, you know? So like finding authenticity in whatever way it is for you, for your passions, like for example, for you with your podcast, with football, with soccer, just being yourself. Like I think that everyone's trying to be someone else, or not everyone, but a lot of people are trying to fit in, trying to follow the trend. And it's really easy to fall into that trap. And I was trying to do that like a lot of my teenage years, a lot of my 20s, and then I realized, you know, like I'm a cool person. Like I've discovered a lot just doing what I love.
Of course.
And I've kind of made a career out of my two passions, which hockey and music, which is pretty rare. But you know, I just stayed consistent.
You did it.
Stayed consistent and just stayed true to myself. And I did a lot of work on myself, you know, just self-improvement and always questioning everything. But yeah, just be yourself, be authentic, and that's pretty much it.
Never give up.
Definitely never give up. It's all about consistency and keep pushing, and balance too.
Balance, that's a big one.
Balance
is a big fucking one, yeah.
I struggle with balance sometimes as a DJ.
That's normal, yeah.
Go a bit too hard.
Yeah. DJ Paul LeBlanc, thanks for being on, man.
For sure.
That was it, guys. Make sure you follow at DJ Paul LeBlanc on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Where else can they follow you or find you?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Make sure you like, follow, comment, subscribe, share. Tell someone to watch it. Thanks a lot, man. Peace out.
Peace out.